What up, gang? It's starting to get chilly out here in the beautiful state of Utah.
Yes, it is. We're about to turn the heater on in the shop.
That old guy up there. It's weird that thing can keep this whole building nice and warm. Anyways.
Oh, Sam just texted me. I need to go look at something.
Oh. Mark's got to look at something. We'll pick up in a sec. Guess we'll wait on Mark. Well, Spec B's been busy. I wasn't able to come down because I was sick and he didn't want to get sick, but he wanted to kind of get it done. So, Jeff used to have all these gauges right here, and they've all been removed because we've got the Haltech IC7. And this right here, that's the Haltech GPS speed sensor. So for the first time in a long time, I actually know how fast I'm going in this car without having my phone out. I typically like drive with Waze open because it tells you how fast you're going, but there's no need because the speed is right there. And also, this is a clutch slipper. The clutch slipper is super cool. It's really good for drag racing. Basically what it does is you set it to where you have your launch control going, and then you just pull your foot off the clutch and it slowly disengages so that you don't spin. And we needed the GPS so it could communicate with the Haltech so that it would turn off at a certain mile an hour. That way I'm not hitting second and third and the clutch, slip out. I guess it doesn't matter because I don't hit the clutch when I'm racing anyway. But regardless, we'll have to really worry about launching because the slipper will do a lot of the work. You get sorted out?
Sorted.
Cool. So,
okay.
What do we got here?
So this is the 351 that came out of mine and Brad and Dad's 68 Ford Bronco.
It's a 351 Windsor.
Yeah. So this engine's gonna go in the white car. It probably only has 5,000 miles on it. The engine was rebuilt by Baker Machine up in Logan, and it was just in a 68 Ford Bronco for years and years and years. So anyways, we were joking about, oh, let's go grab the engine out of the Bronco and put it in the Mustang. Well, and not joking about it, but now
it got real.
That's legitimately what we're doing. We're swapping. It was a carb engine. This engine originally came out of a boat, and it was, like I just said, it had a carburetor on it. So now we're swapping EFI onto it. So we're just gonna leave the cam that's in it. It's like a flat tappet cam. You can do roller cams, but I'm not gonna worry about it. I don't want to spend that much money on
no reason to pull it apart unless we have to.
Yeah, exactly. So anyways, this is a 351 truck lower. This is an adapter we got from a Bronco company in Texas called BC Broncos. This adapts the truck lower intake manifold to a Mustang high output 5.0 upper intake manifold. So that's really cool. The only things that we got to do is swap over our fuel rail from the Mustang to this. And then we're going to put 24-pound injectors in it, which are on the way. And then we got to put a new timing cover and water pump. All this stuff actually came off like a 94 Ford Explorer, so we're not going to use any of that. And then had to get a distributor from like an 88 Ford Econoline van that had a 5.8 in it. So I've had to dig so deep on the internet to figure out how to make this work, but we're there pretty much. Sam is actually down at a machine shop right now getting a front balancer, the right front balancer for this to make it work with the front half of our Mustang. So it'll have all the Mustang accessories on it. So our not all the accessories, just the alternator.
So alternator, water pump, crank. That's it.
Yep, that's all we run, because we run an electric fuel, not electric fuel pump, an electric power steering pump. But we have to have the big Mustang alternator to power that So
And our dad's a freaking comedian, so when he got this motor built, he painted it Chevy orange.
yeah, it's like hard to tell if it's orange or
It's
if
orange. I
it is
promise you,
orange.
it's Chevy orange.
Okay.
We could call Dad right now,
Yeah,
and he'll be like, "That's
yeah.
Chevy orange."
Yeah, Dad's wild. So I'm hoping that this thing makes. We're gonna once we get it in the car, we're gonna take it to Brandon Wicknick's and go dyno it. So I'm hoping for 300 torque at the wheels and like 250 horsepower to the wheels. Like that would be. I would be so happy with that.
Yeah, I mean that's probably
It's
honestly
so
this is
much.
probably 50 more horsepower than the 5.0.
Yeah.
And honestly, this plate it lines up pretty well. I mean,
They
you
did a
could
good job.
you could go through and like clean it up a little bit, but where we're not going for record-breaking horsepower numbers, like it doesn't really matter.
At all.
I'm so excited just to hear what it sounds like.
No, me too. We're gonna do 3-inch single like side dump exhaust, which is gonna be way dope. And then also it has 3-bar heads, which those 3 bars right there, which means that this has GT40 heads on it already. So it's already the like higher output 351, which is great.
Yeah,
So
it's
it
awesome.
should already have a better cam, better heads. If I wanted to spend another $2,200 on an intake manifold, I'd get a Lightning intake manifold for it, but I'm not worried about that. So, and we're not even going to tune it. We're just going to put injectors on it and a fuel regulator and air fuel gauge ratio gauge and just crank the fuel pressure up till it's perfect, and we'll run it.
I'm really excited to get this in that car and just have 2 sick Fox bodies to be drifting.
Yeah,
So,
I'm like this. We say this is like a budget drift build, mostly just because we pretty much already had all the parts. Like I didn't pay anything for this
motor.
this engine unless my dad sends me an invoice for it, which Dad.
Don't.
So yeah, we're to get this engine to right here, we're $600 into it. But that price is going to go up a little bit because I do have to get injectors. I don't have to get
But
injectors.
they're not super expensive.
No,
you know?
they're not super expensive. And
It's so crazy how this crap just lines up.
yeah, everything. I mean, there's really no difference between the like 280, the like, what was it, a 283,
289.
389, 289, 302, and
350.
351. Like, it's pretty much the same engine. This one just is much taller.
Yeah.
So
Seems to be a bit more stout, like, because this is the fun part about building cars is just the amounts of Googling.
yeah,
Like, and this is so old, it's like you go to the forums
yeah.
to find information. Yeah, the corral.
Corral.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I've been.
Yeah. So tons of stuff on there. But the good thing is you're in luck if this is what you're trying to do. Mark's going to keep a good little handle on all the stuff that he had to do. And then we're going to do like a build series on it.
Good, yeah, good, really good. So like, had to get a 28-ounce flywheel for the back. Had to, figure out what to do at the front, how to make all this stuff work, what distributor to find, like all those things. So there's information out there, but nobody's really done a good video on it. So
Yeah. There's and no disrespect to you guys if you have done a video in the past. Videos have just come a while since you've made one.
yeah,
But Mustang guys are funny on the internet.
yeah.
But this is cool. I'm really excited. I mean, just a bit more power. The good thing is we'll know like exactly how much faster it is because we raced his truck and it was a pretty close race.
It's a good race.
If this just like trains him, we're good. We're going. We're on the move.
So Sam should really be here to talk about this because I don't know how all this works. This is the transmission out of the white. Well, it's a transmission out of the black car. Actually, no. This is the transmission.
Is this Sheldon's old transmission?
No, this one was out of the white car that got put in the black car and then went back to the white car.
Yeah. So the black car that we bought, it actually came with like a 4-cylinder transmission, 5-speed. Yeah.
So third gear was like it would go into third gear, but it was not good. So Sam got this taken apart. I don't know what 1/3 gear is, but what we did learn is the reason why these transmissions take ATF is because these are little clutches in the synchros. And that's what slows, this clutch pressure is what slows it down. See how there's a gap? There's a gap there. These ones don't even have a gap. So like,
oh yeah.
they're supposed to be like 30 thousandths. So that's completely worn out. So I think this is going into third gear. So yeah, like that's not even like,
Dude, Coke's over there having a day right now.
yeah, but like that locks up. This one is just spinning freely. So that's why it was making so much racket into third gear. And so I gotta get new synchros for this thing. Well, actually, I think Sheldon has our other transmission, and I think everything swaps over. So I need a third gear set and synchros for this transmission. And
we're good to go. What is this?
Yeah, this is the tail section. So this is what's crazy about a T5. This is it.
This is the transmission right here?
This is it. I mean, this comes off the back a long ways for like the shaft, but the
so this is where like the
drive shaft. Yep. And then bell housing comes off right here. So like this is the transmission. This is the entire gearbox.
That is crazy.
Yeah, super crazy.
Dude, I bet people go wild with these. I bet there's some crazy.
Yeah, G-Force makes like a dog box kit for this, which I would be all about if I wanted to spend a whole bunch of money on it.
We would just put the transmission out of a BMW or out of a Nissan or something on it, you know?
Yeah, the CD09.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, those are good because they're 6-speed, but I mean, there's so many. I mean, there's any manual Mustang that's running 8s or 9s has a T5 in it.
Yeah.
And so like this transmission is really strong. It's a good trans.
Well, we got snow in the mountains, so we're gonna have some snowmobile content coming up here pretty quick. We're gonna have some this versus that content coming up pretty quick. I got a S2000 that's like 600 horsepower that I'm gonna do a couple runs with, and then that Porsche we're gonna get a couple runs with just because I don't race Jeff, and I kind of want to get used to racing some things. So I'm gonna go run some fast cars. So, anyways, well, thank you guys for tuning in to our fun little video today. I hope you and your family staying healthy. We've been sick. It's a bummer. Mark's been kind of sick. He was real sick for like a day.
Yeah, like I was down and out.
Yeah, he hit me up and he's like, I'm sick. I've got a big fever, and nobody in my house except for one of my daughters had a fever. We were just sick. So, anyways, thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe. Also, I'm looking for cars to review. We got a cool Skyline video that's coming out probably tomorrow. So make sure you check that out. But hit me up if you want to get your car reviewed. Catch you later.